Good afternoon, Mr. Justin. Welcome to this afternoon's stream, where we get frustrated with LMU once more. Okay, so back to, what is it, Sebring? I got myself
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
Let's do the flip screen thing here. So, I got my setup here, crazy dampers. Let's see how this works out on this track. Oh, sorry, dude. Were you in a rush to go somewheres? Another beautiful sunny day today. 16 degrees, not as hot as yesterday, but also yesterday or last night took apart. Oh man, really? These guys are really in a hurry. Oh, shut up, everybody. And they just don't want me getting out of the pits here. Who conceived these pits anyways? So what was I saying? Something about, yeah, I tried the safe, I tried the balance, I tried the aggressive. And seems like I spin out all over the place. Well, let's try the crazy dampers idea. Oh yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I took my throttle pedal apart yesterday. I wish that I didn't suffer from memory loss.
Justin Slim Friesen says, spent most of the morning redoing my overlays for LMU, iRacing, and OBS.
Really? Okay. What are you using? Tiny pedals? And OBS, meaning you are gonna stream.
Justin Slim Friesen says, tiny pedals for LMU, I overlays for iRacing, and OBS cause maybe someday. LOL.
Okay, makes sense. Hopefully you won't run into none of the issues that I'm running with tiny pedals. And yeah, seems like maybe at some point I need to do a fresh install. But I have a feeling that won't help
Justin
anything.
Slim Friesen says, seems good here.
So yeah, as I was saying, I took apart my throttle last night, while watching Glenn's stream. And I wish I didn't have some memory loss, because I told you that I had to take apart the whole thing to change the springs, which was a really big headache. But last night I saw that, oh, the rod has a slot in it to use a flathead screwdriver and just unscrew the rod, which then makes changing the spring really easy. I'm like, oh, maybe I saw this in a review one time and I completely forgot about it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
But yeah, so I reduced the travel of the pedal. I shortened the length of the dampener, so it should actually push more to bring the pedal back. But I think I put the spring a little bit too hard, because I really have to push on it now to get to maximum acceleration, which is counterintuitive for my foot. My foot likes to go to like 3/4, and that's about it. I really have to push it to get it beyond that.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Horizon lock looks much better now. Imho.
Yes, I agree. I also noticed a big difference. And I'm still getting the wobble even without tiny pedals here, so.
Justin Slim Friesen says, don't know how JC drives without it. Damn youngsters. LOL.
Well, on this track, yeah. You can see the car bouncing all over the place. Still have the wobble in the steering wheel. But every Moza dude has been complaining. You know, I heard about the R3, the R5, the R12, but does it affect the R9? And people are like, yes. So a lot of people are getting the wobbles. The wonky wobbles. That's what they call it, but.
Justin Slim Friesen says, my R12 seems fine.
Yeah, well, it's not everybody. Like, in my case, we can definitely see that it has something to do with the number of cars on the track. When we get like above 34 cars, that's when things seem to start being a pain in the butt.
Justin Slim Friesen says, it is a V2. Wonder if that makes a difference.
Well, the guy was also mentioning the R3 V3. So, yeah, it affects the latest versions of the wheelbases as well. Whoa! No! What happened here? Man, I was about to say that this feels good. But I still keep randomly losing it. Maybe I need some more rear wing. for slower speeds. And maybe some spacers. But it's a lot better because with all the other configurations, I usually spin out in the first couple of corners out of the pits, and it just keeps on going and going and going. But yeah, people are having all kinds of weird issues. Anybody notice that the tires don't make any noise on hypercars? Well, not many people are going to notice because not many people drive hypercars. Yeah, I'm gonna have to loosen up that spring a bit, methinks. I'm having a hard time getting to the full travel of the throttle. Although I could also, I guess, do it in the software, just shorten the travel.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Hey, try reducing the sound effects in LMU. Might help a little at least." Justin Slim Friesen says, "Mine's set to 80.
I'm having a hard time getting to maximum throttle.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Did you recalibrate them?"
Yep. I also recalibrated the brakes. And I'm not sure how that's going to affect me either. Okay, so definitely something wonky going on with that corner. So, let's put in Packers. Stiffen the spring. And try it again.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Settings, sounds. Worth a shot."
But why are we doing this though? I guess I can only do that from the main menu. Oh, effects. Is that what you're talking about? Set it to 80. Number of effects.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Second option.
Okay.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Mine's 80.
Well, I didn't want to click another 5 times. But it's a lot lower than, what was it, 255? 150? Whatever it was. Yeah, I had to recalibrate it because the travel was different.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I can't tell a difference is sound quality.
Okay, well that definitely wasn't good. What the? What was that about?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Imagine if this solves the jittering. LOL.
Yeah, something that's not related to graphics or the number of cars or nothing.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Who knows? It might help.
Well, I think everything helps, but at this point, I have a feeling that... Oh man, if I uninstall the game and reinstall it, does that mean I'm gonna have to remap all my buttons and stuff? Man, that's gonna be a pain.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I would assume so.
Yeah, me too. Not. Well, maybe I could make a copy of my config files. Oh, and I'm gonna have to.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Unless you can find that folder and copy it first.
Yeah, that and all my car setups and everything. Make sure I don't have to lose all of those. But I also think that when you uninstall something, in theory, it'll remove the files that it has installed and not touch the files that you added in. Okay, amazingly, I'm just a big 12 to 13 seconds off the pace. I don't know how hypercars do it on this track.
That time was a 1:55.60.
Justin Slim Friesen says. So are hosted still broken?
I don't know. I just saw that Dave said that, or Dan said that there was gonna be a hot fix today for the hosted servers. And then somebody else came in right after him and said, well, actually, it's not going to be today, it's going to be tomorrow.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Oh.
On the LMU Discord. I don't know if it was in the known issues thread or the update thread, but in one of those two. So I don't know exactly what the issue is for the hosted servers, but a lot of people have been complaining they can't get into practice. The game continuously kicks them out. The lag is really bad. And in my case, you know, we did the test and it, like, you know, it's gotten worse. So, they need to stop hot fixing the hot fixes and bloody well get it right the first time. And currently there's a lot of back and forth blaming going between race control and LMU. Like the jittering and all that stuff, easily LMU could say, no, that's a server-side error. That's race control that needs to get their act together. You know, they could easily bounce it, the blame from one to the other. Honestly, I am still convinced that it's an LMU issue. Whoa! Okay. Where's the right height? Right height. Okay. Let's bring it up.
Justin Slim Friesen says. No jittering hat run. But the cars were pretty spread out.
Yeah, but usually when I go near the pits, I get something in the steering wheel. Need to change the tires here. Yeah, I cannot put my finger on it. Like, obviously, whatever happens when I have tiny pedals running, that just multiplies the issue. That's what needs to be tackled. So, I'm thinking it has something to do with the amount of telemetry information that's going around. But it could also be, something that is causing problems with the force feedback between Moza and the game. Maybe, that's the telemetry thing that screws everything up. Too many force feedback inputs, because don't forget they added that true force thingy with this update. So, I mean, maybe that's the telemetry info that just goes over the top and overloads my system, my game, my internet, my whatever. CPU, RAM, GPU, PSU, whatever. Fortunately, I'm not a programmer or whatnot, so I can kind of point them in this direction or that direction, but I have no idea. But my PC, my specs, everything is above the recommended. The only thing that would make this game better would be a 24 gig graphics card. 390, 490, 590. And unfortunately, I don't have $3,000 laying around to go that route.
Ariel Big Maple says. What's up, Jeeps? Hey, Justin.
Hey! How are you today, Glenn? And welcome to my little world. Going good.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Who left the back door open? LOL. Ariel Big Maple says. Doing okay, LOL. Justin Slim Friesen says. What's up, Glenn? Ariel Big Maple says. No, the barn door was left opened.
Yeah, it's always open.
Justin Slim Friesen says. LOL.
Yeah, well, I'm running into issues with this game, and we're talking about stuff. And maybe you're right, maybe also that the special effects.
Ariel Big Maple says. That's why I am on iRacing now LMU.
No, that's not the real reason. The real reason is because you fear a revenge match with me.
Very Albig Maple says. Nope, not scared of you.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. No, so there's issues, but like I'm trying one setting that Justin mentioned, like there's 255.
Very Albig Maple says. I just prefer iRacing not LMU.
I agree, to each their own. I wish I could afford iRacing, but I cannot. But yeah, you might be right, Justin, in the sense that 255 audio special effects might be...
Maybe it's because I haven't played it enough, but I didn't get the vibe when I tried playing it.
Well, that's too bad, because 1.2 was a very solid version.
Says, I can't take credit for that. JC gave the tip to me a long time ago. Just remembered it now.
Really? Okay. Well, actually, the real test would be to throw myself into a...
Pukey2488 says. Hey.
Hey, hello, Pookie. Oh.
Pukey2488 says. Some suffering I see.
Yeah, some suffering. That's what I call it.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Sup Pukey. Very Albig Maple says. Can't park there.
No,
Pukey2488 says. Sup Justin. Pukey2488 says. LOL.
Well, they made the track a little bit too narrow for me. That's the issue. And a little bit too bumpy. See, if I could go here, it would be just perfect. But then I get track limits. And no matter how bad it is, it's actually better this setup than other setups. I just have to, I guess, practice and get used to this. But yeah, the real test will be to hop into a rank race.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Curious if it jitters when you start the race.
Yeah, we could do that. But that's what we've been testing, and it didn't do it anymore in the...
2488 says. Are you not using telemetry stuff ?
Well, no, because there's too many issues with this version. So let's do a race start and see how that goes.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race. Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
I wasn't paying attention to my tire temperatures either. I don't know if this is too hot.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Trying to relieve the CPU load to see if that solves the jittering problem Pukey.
Yeah, trying to...
Justin Slim Friesen says, not running overlays seems to help a little.
Actually, it helps a lot. It brings it like 50% down.
Green flag, green flag.
But see, it's not happening anymore in the single player, but as soon as I'll get into a ranked race, that's when things will get really nasty. I don't know. I mean, I'm still gonna have to try a full clean install. We're just trying to figure out what specifically is causing the issues. This track is so bumpy, it might start to wobble and I'm not even gonna notice it at first.
Justin Slim Friesen says, if you can get into a almost full hosted, that would be a good test.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than scrap some more, donate some more driver ranking, testing it in ranked races. But, as you noticed, there's not many hypercar hosted servers. For some reason people don't like the little mosquitoes flying all over the place.
Justin Slim Friesen says, exactly.
And apparently there's a problem, so I'm not sure I want to host one either.
Justin Slim Friesen says, touche.
I mean, I love hosting servers, but if there's an issue, I would like to not have more issues than I'm having currently. No, 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 no. Don't pass me. Okay. Man, sometimes I wish I had a James Bond car that I could flip a switch and drop an oil slick or something. Or have machine guns pop out of the headlights. No, 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 you do not take my position. Thus shall not pass. Famous last words from Gandalf the Grey.
488 says, you are describing Mario Kart.
No, I'm not. Describing Lord of the Rings. No! Man, the balance on this car is good, though. No, no, no. I just said I'm not letting anybody pass anymore.
That time was a 57.40.
Man, if this game was a rally game, I'd really be good at it. Okay, I'm liking these tire temperatures.
A practice session would work also, assuming there's enough cars in it.
Yeah. Like, I was really mad I see GC on Coda with hypercars and stuff, and then I go to the ranked races and it's P2s and P3s with the GT3s. Well, that's part of the championship that I... Oh, maybe that's not a team thing. Then again, most practice servers only have 20 cars in it. That's the other thing. So practice servers, if there's only 20 cars, that doesn't really help me. I mostly get it in a multi-class race.
Justin Slim Friesen says, not special event ones.
A lot of registrations, no join practice. Part of the many features that LMU currently has going. Is this Coda? Yes, it is. Can I just practice and not have to register? What happens if I registered?
Justin Slim Friesen says, you missing this game, Glenn?
Glenn misses it a lot. He
Gary
already
Albig
said...
Maple says, nope. Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
He says that, but I know that the hypercar Porsche is just calling him. Oh, we can get up to 30, except that I only have 5 people in here. So what kind of test is this going to be? Can I unregister from this now that I've registered?
Gary Albig Maple says, I can get that in iRacing. Jeeps.
What am I registered into now? I have to click the continue. Can I unregister from this? I have to click the options button to unregister.
2488 says, for €9 a month.
I couldn't just, like, not put unregister up here. Like, really? Why? Man. Like I keep telling somebody, why make things simple when you can make them complicated? Well, I got 25 minutes to wait, but I got my setup for this. So time for me to set up a smoke screen.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I'm thinking of joining a GT3 league on iRacing after this CRL season finishes.
Well, I'm thinking of joining an hypercar endurance team in whatever game that...
2488 says, what car? Gary Albig Maple says, not saying the iRacing is the best, the subscription and buying tracks and cars is BS. But everyone is trying to copy iRacing. So why not just go to that sim? Gary Albig Maple says, what league? Justin Slim Friesen. Justin Slim Friesen says, Pukey 2488 Maca. Pukey 2488 says, why did I even ask?
Hey, Macarena. Now I'm gonna get a copyright strike for using some music that's
Justin Slim
copyrighted.
Friesen says, "The real Big Maple I don't know. Let me know when / if you sign up for one." Justin Slim Friesen says, "LOL."
LOL. I just want to join a hyper endurance team.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Maybe the vet. I do love that car on iRacing also." Very Al Big Maple says, "Well, I am thinking I won't be doing KCRL as they start too early for me at 5 p.m. and I get home at 4 p.m. from work." Very Al Big Maple says, "And the other option would be WCR, but they start too late for you and they do nothing but GT3.
Oh, the Macarena is a GT3. I'd be happy with that, but it's late.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "I prefer a later start TBH." Very Al Big Maple says, "On Thursday." Justin Slim Friesen says, "Perfect." Very Al Big Maple says, "Well, that's on Thursday, so come join in, which I know you will, as that's what I will be doing that night."
Ooh, they got 30 cars, 25. Let's try it. Still far from 44 cars. It's around 38 cars that I get issues. But we can also try
Very
Tiny
Al Big Maple
Pedals.
says, "Sent you a Discord link, Justin Slim Friesen." Justin Slim Friesen says, "Oh, is that the Ducka League?" Very Al Big Maple says, "For WCR." Justin Slim Friesen says, "Thanks."
A rubber ducky. You're
Very
my
Al Big
one and
Maple says,
only.
"No, KCRL is Ducky's League." Very Al Big Maple says, "Wolf said last night he's not returning next season with KCRL."
Well, it's too bad you didn't show his accident yesterday. I would have liked to see it, but I was away from the keyboard to type it up. Apparently he got into a big accident and it wrecked his day. Alright, let's see here with nearly 30 cars. If any issues, but I don't think so.
Very Al Big Maple says, "As I said earlier, I might not be returning either, cause they are pushing the start time up. That just rushes me to get into the rig after driving home from work."
Ooh, yeah, not cool. Might as well just put a quick release in your car and put the laptop on the dash and just stay at work. Don't drive home. Just get right into the sim. Hey, got nothing but solutions. Ooh! He just did a me there. Okay. Whoa! Okay.
Very Albig Maple says, I am driving in city traffic, can't be done or I would.
Okay, forgot about the cold tire thing situation here. Not cool. Okay. But no issues here, so let's start up Tiny Pedals. Let's try to create some issues.
Pukey2488 says, well, he is dead.
Yeah, cold tires. Oh, somebody just hit the garage wall there.
Very Albig Maple says, if you want to watch the replay of last night KCRL race, you can watch it on Odyssey Motorsport TV YouTube channel FYI. Jeeps Media Live.
Oh yeah, but I just wanted to see Wolf's accident.
Pukey2488 says, why is the telemetry on now?
Because I just turned it on. Trying to create some problems.
Very Albig Maple says, they showed it.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Very Albig Maple says, as part of the broadcast.
Okay. Well, that's something I'll have to look in then. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I am a much better rally driver. My cats are looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm just trying to warm up the tires a bit without causing deliberate spin outs. Oop, I'm on the racing line. Sorry, guys. Who needs this sign, right? Oh, I managed to pass in between. Okay. Not sure that the grass warms up the tires, though. Let's try to keep it on the pavement. There you go, buddy. I need to change the livery and remove my name from there and just put Total Noob. Don't mind me. See, tiny pedals. Anything below 38 cars is not gonna give me any issues. Okay, temperatures up to race start temperatures, which is still very cold. Anything below 85 degrees is very cold. Yeah, funny, this morning in Discord I was like, yeah, the rain is gonna stop, and that's when it gets slippery for me. And GC's like, yeah, it's because you're pushing it too much. Man, I'm like the most consistent, slowest driver on the track. I ain't pushing nothing. Oh, let's have a look at his livery. Okay. I like seeing people's custom liveries.
Yuki2488 says, oh look, a Hyundai livery.
That time was a 201.7.
Yeah, that's what I said. I like people using custom liveries. Cars in the wall. Dang it. And it takes me so long to warm up my tires. And I did some reading, you know. And, because obviously, oh, Mustang did a Mustang thing. I love saying that. Because I was reading on the tire warmers. And seems in 2024, WEC banned tire warmers. You know why? Because of the Karens of this world that are saying that tire warmers create global warming, so we have to stop using them. And WEC is like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We don't care about our drivers' safety or anything. Let's just save the planet for the Karens. Yeah. Facepalm. All the drivers complained that it was not gonna make things safe. And in that year, one of the races, that's exactly what happened. The tires were too cold and people got into some really bad accidents.
Yuki2488 says, it is not the W12 in the back, it is the tire warmers.
So we're wondering why, you know, F1 and everything else has gone to the trash in recent years. Well, now we know. It's because of the Karens of this world. Ooh, wingless. No, wingless. Oh man, you were doing so good there. I like the Peugeots. I just got into the Genesis thinking that, you know, because Wolfie asked me to make a livery for it, and stating that, oh, he'll be my my teammate if worse comes to worse. But then it's like, nope, I'm not driving hypers. So why have me make a livery for it? And then they'll post it, well, since it's a new car, if anybody wants to change.
2488 says, at this point I might start watching Formula E. The cars look better than before and Porsche races there.
So I guess if I would have had a choice, I would have probably stayed with the Renault, but have gone with the wing version. Did I say Renault? I meant Peugeot. They're both French.
Justin says, LOL. Can't fault you, Pukey.
Well, you know what? Being Canadian and having 6 months of winter here, and, you know, if anybody had a car long enough with a not so new battery in it, knows the joys of having to boost a vehicle in the winter. And then they're like, oh yeah, let's remove the engine and just put batteries all together. That'll work just great here in Canada. And then when the electric grid goes off and you see all these stations with generators, diesel powered generators, so people can charge their electric cars, you know, I'm sure happy everybody's trying to save the planet. I'm pretty sure the planet will still be here long after humanity. And AI can't get here fast enough to take over the world. I'm pretty sure that even AI will be like, you know what? We run on electricity, but we're going to have to get some nuclear power or something. Otherwise, we'll just avoid the cold places on this planet. How many laps have I done so far? 8 laps, and my tires are still not up to 80 degrees. Man. Oh, let's go rallying again. Well, I needed an excuse to get ready for the race, I guess. Of which I don't do the practice and I don't do the qualifying. So, let's set up a smoke screen. Yeah, Glenn, I don't know if you're still here, but when I first started streaming and stuff, I did a lot of mistakes. Like, I just thought that, you know, you could do whatever on YouTube, so I'd get up in my underwear, have my coffee, start streaming 12 hours a day, and smoke my cigarettes and everything online. Then you get blacklisted and you're wondering what's going on. And then, you know, you ask questions and people say, well, YouTube doesn't like it because it's not very professional. I made a lot of mistakes when I started streaming.
Justin Slim Friesen says, only really matters if you're trying to make money off it.
Well, I am. And no, I'm not trying to make millions, you know. But, you know, a couple of, you know, 100 there, 100 here a month extras on top of whatever. I'd be happy with an extra 200 a month.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I hear ya. Pukey2488 says, I don't know Justin, but that is the point, I would say.
No, it's not the point, you know. Everybody kept telling me that I needed to get onto YouTube because I was on every other TeamSpeak and Facebook, FaceTime and all that. And what was that other application? Man, I forget. But I was on it like 20 hours a day with friends. Always on cam, always, you know. People are like, oh, you need to get onto YouTube to do that stuff. And I put it off for 8 years. And then I bought my old Toyota pickup, and man, by the time I sold it, was crying. But it completely changed. And people are like, oh, you should have put all that on YouTube. And when I got my motorcycles and started modding my motorcycles, people are like, oh man, you should put that on YouTube. uh, then I get onto YouTube and I don't know what to do no more. So no, it's just to have friends and hang out and create a community and have fun. But, you know, it's like it's good to have a little bit of income because all of this is expensive. Wheels, pedals, monitors, PCs, power supply units that blow up. They all cost money. You know, if I had an extra 200 a
Justin
month,
Slim Friesen says, guys who put their whole lives on YT are weird immo.
well, I'm not going to put my whole life. I mean, I'm going to keep some for my OnlyFans channel, right? But an extra 200 a month, you know, and you guys are talking about iRacing, and I'd be like, okay, I'll go. I'll do that. I can afford that. So it's not a question of making it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
It's not a question of making millions and having millions of views and having stuff go viral and be an influencer and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's like my cat is, you know, could get some surgery to make his life a little bit better. But, you know, I don't have $3,000 to bring him to the vet every spring. Unfortunately, he went blind in one eye and I couldn't do anything about it because I can't afford that. You know, maybe if I didn't have a PC, maybe if I didn't have a YouTube channel, maybe if I didn't sim race and bought all these wheels, I could. But, you know, the cat's 17 years old too. So at what point does any of it make any sense? But having a little bit of extra revenue, I definitely would not say no to it. Given the prices of groceries and everything that doubled. Oh, folks, don't forget to remind me to click the join button because I get carried away when I talk. So, okay, first things first, we are gonna stop Tiny Pedals. If I can find my cursor here, there it is. So, we're gonna try it minimalistically and see if it still goes crazy.
2488 says, sorry, but one thing irritates me. The alternating cameras are cool, but one is a little bit higher than the other one.
Well, see, if I had a little bit more income from YouTube, I could hire a producer that could take care of that. So how many hypercars have we got? So we have 38 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 16 hypers. 38 cars overall. So this should be good for stressing the issues. Yeah, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. But you know what? The WEC, after they removed the tire warmers, they had to lengthen the qualifying sessions to give people time to warm up their tires. Which this game does not seem to understand that. I'm just saying all of this stuff because I've been thinking about making a championship on Sim Grid, but I will put in tire warmers just to please the hypercar crowd. Because I know a lot of people like it, seeing all the chaos in the first corner on cold tires. But I'm not here to make fun of people. I'm here to have good races. And I don't like it when people will blame one thing or another other than their driving skills. But that's just my point of view. It's hard to get the average Joe driving hypercars for all of these reasons. I mean, the hardcore drivers that spend 8 hours a day on this game or other related sim racing stuff have the skills to be able to do stuff, but I don't. And the older I get, the further and further skills seem to run away from me. Ah. I want a revenge match with Glenn. I'll get back into a GT3 and we can have a race on Silverstone. I hate the fact that they changed the pits on Silverstone in the default track now. I haven't had to drive into the pits since, but the fact that they changed the location just completely... It's hard for this old dog to learn new tricks. Well, not as many warnings as I had yesterday. Yesterday we had like what, 6 or 7 in my race. That was scary. Now we have 2 and 1 rookie, and that's it.
Yuki2488 says, did they change the pits to the place where F1 pits ?
I guess. I don't know. I'm just used to 1 pit configuration, and it's not that anymore. I'm expected to finish 33rd, which by hypercar standards means I'm supposed to finish before this guy here. So I'm supposed to finish 15th, not 33rd. I'm happy, no pressure. And yeah, yesterday in the other race, I was supposed to finish 12th, and that's exactly where I finished. And I still lost ranking. I had to go back and check because after the race, LMU decided to say that I no longer had a race control subscription for some reason. Man, the features in this game just get better and better. Glad to see that GC seems to think that the game's getting better for him. I'm like, okay. I'm not liking it. Yeah, Cobra says, yeah, in the wet, time to go bowling. That's exactly what's going to happen in the first corner. Cold tires on the wet. Hypercars. Let's go bowling in the first corner. I have to watch the transition from wet to dry. That's where I need to be extremely cautious. I don't know why. It's just something that hypercars in the bizarro world.
Yuki2488 says, well, GG have to go have school tomorrow.
Okay, Pookie, thanks for stopping by and leaving a like on the stream. Catch yous tomorrow after school. Or Wednesday today. I gotta go and do my groceries tomorrow. Ooh!
Justin Slim Friesen says. Later Pukey.
Okay. Race is about to start, folks. Race is about to start. I guess I could have, watched the others go down the track. While we were waiting. While I was feeling chatty. I've seen this guy before. I recognize his livery. Or maybe it's just from race control that he grabbed it and... I do remember that livery. Okay, here comes the pain.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Jitters.
Well, I'm expecting it. No matter what I seem to do, it just seems to be there, so. But now I know. All I need to do is rage quit and come back to the garage. And actually, I should probably even start from the pits on cold tires, which I'm not going to do. But yeah, once the jittering starts, man, I'm going to be in a world of pain.
For a race start.
Justin Slim Friesen says. GL.
Yep, not sure about the having fun, but I definitely need some luck. See, my steering wheel is jittering a bit. Okay, maybe not.
Formation lap has started. Green flag, green flag.
Dang it. Ah! Okay. That was bad.
That time was a 2:24.19.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Seems promising on the jittering side.
Yeah, I would agree. Driver quality in the split, though, is greatly left to be desired. Yeah, I got too much damage. My car's not behaving well.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Don't tell me that sound setting did the trick.
Well, there's one way to find out. I need to come into the pits, though. I need to repair this. I need to change tires. Ooh! My engine dead? Oh. Speed limiter. Okay, wrong thing.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Tiny pedals coming back on?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Maybe we have enough DNFs that I can actually run it without any issues.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Good plan.
Why is fuel taking 84 seconds? That's what I don't understand. I barely did one lap.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Stream has been buffering. But that seems unrelated.
Really? Are you on Wi-Fi? It's not giving me any alerts or anything on my end. But last night, my internet did cut in and out like 4 or 5 times in a row.
Justin Slim Friesen says. No.
Alright. I don't know why it would be buffering. Okay, cold tires. Let's be careful here.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Whole stream for me. But JC's was fine.
Lap 4, 29.22.
Oh, the entire stream since I started streaming? And just now you're mentioning it? Well, maybe that camera switcher thing is causing some lag issues, I don't know. But YouTube hasn't been sending me...
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yeah. Not bad though.
Okay. Because YouTube hasn't given me any warning saying latency issues or nothing. But I have been trying the ultra low latency. And like I told you, that creates latency issues. So I'll put it back to just low latency.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Every 10 minutes or so I play at 1.25x to catch up.
Yeah, it's probably that ultra low latency thing. It always creates issues for me. It's strange that
Justin Slim Friesen says. Could be.
because I switched to that at the same time that ooh, I'm getting some wobble. So no, I'm still gonna have issues with 38 cars on the grid and tiny pedals, but it ain't as bad as it used to be. And maybe I'll bring it down from 85 to 80, or even 70 or something. I don't need that many sound things. Unfortunately, whoa, what the? Yeah, that was wobble again. Man, that just comes and grabs me out of nowhere.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't even notice a difference in sound.
Yeah, I should not have reactivated tiny pedals though. Not unless a lot more people would have retired. If I'm on the center of the track and it starts wobbling, it ain't so bad, but I was pretty close to the edge there and it just threw me off. So a tire that's flashing means that if it gets hit again, I'm gonna lose it. So I kind of have to come in again, otherwise I might not be able to finish this race.
Justin Slim Friesen says, too bad the overlays caused the issue.
11.1.
Which tire do I need to change? Front left, right? What? I got no spares? Gonna have to put a wet tire there? Man, I hate navigating the MFD crap stuff while driving.
Justin Slim Friesen says, put a hard. Justin Slim Friesen says, not a wet.
Do I have options to go hard? I don't have options to go to hard. Shit, shit, shit. Aw, man, that's what I hate, navigating the freaking menu while I'm driving.
Justin Slim Friesen says, oh crap.
Did I call for pits? I can't even see if I got called for pits. Isn't the pit entrance here? Why can I not go to the pits? Why did it not light up when I called for pits? Oh, I didn't even fix the damage. Dang it. Okay. Ah, man. I hate navigating the MDF and driving. Man.
Lap 3, 21.18.
Well, that guy's a nut basket. Going between me and the wall. But I thought that also in the patch they said that when you go to the pits, it'll automatically go to repair all. Seems that that is not working as intended. Like by default it used to go like repair body only, and people were hitting back on track confused because it said repair but it wasn't repair all. They said they were going to change that to repair all by default. And my car's not handling. I gotta come back to the pits again. Well, at least now I'll have enough fuel to make it to the end. Keep fueling every time I come in here. Man, I hate navigating that MDF for the pits. Like, how are you supposed to drive and read those little things and select all the different things? When you got a flashing tire, it should automatically switch to a tire for that wheel. When you got suspension damage, it should automatically go to repair all. And fuel should be whatever your fuel is at. If you want to add some, add some. Like I said, why make things simple when you can make them complicated? And also the increment fuel thing, going by one notch at a time. I get you go by, you know, by 5 laps.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LMU run by politicians confirmed. LOL.
Yep. Politicians and Karens, apparently. Yeah, he's probably got some damage too. He's all over the track. Now that a few more cars had dropped out, now I could probably put tiny pedals. Which I'm not gonna do because that one wobble really wrecked it for me. Instead of being 2 laps down, I'm 4 laps down. And that one cost me 2 pit stops. Because I can't navigate this stupid thing. But yeah, the crazy dampers seem to be doing the trick though. And a couple of packers that we put in there. Car was extremely stable at the beginning of the race and stuff. Oh, that's a hypercar. Oh, gained another position. He called it quits. Never give up, never surrender. But yeah, without tiny pedals, okay, game is playable again. When I have a lot of people in the server. Oh, like I said, I really like rally games. I don't know how many times I've gone through that hole there in this race, but pretty sure it's close to 4. I should probably drive with wet tires more often. Car feels really good.
Justin Slim Friesen says, maybe you can turn off Sim Hub if you want to keep using tiny pedals.
Why would I want to close Sim Hub?
That time of day 250.77.
Then I would get no haptics. If I have the choice between haptics and tiny pedals, I'll stick with haptics.
Justin Slim Friesen says, touche.
Like, it's not just a lovely dash, it's the haptics. And SimHub never gave me any issues. And honestly, tiny pedals too, up until this update.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I forget about the haptics.
Well, then I would have to run the Simpson software in the background. And I've tried both, and I don't like the feeling of the Simpson. Like, you have more control over how it works in SimHub. Maybe I needed to fool around with Simpson, but I'm replacing one software running in the background with another one. So and Simpson, it seems to me like it just out of the box, it doesn't feel right. Like, it works, but it doesn't seem to be as clean or crisp as SimHub. And maybe you can replicate one in the other. But I like things that just work out of the box, and I don't have to read a manual to figure out how things work. Ooh! I moved out of his way and he just locked up. He's not gonna like me much.
Justin Slim Friesen says, that was the main reason I got the Moza pedals. I want to run as little programs as possible to save resources.
There you go, I give you room to go. That's our leader. Ooh, that was our leader that locked up and almost wrecked out. Oh. But Moza doesn't have any haptics. Or did you well, you probably don't have haptics on them then. Because it's, I mean, if you're gonna whether it be SimNet or Acetec or whatever haptics are out there. I'm guessing SimiCube has some too. You'd have to run some other software for those as well, so.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I don't know.
Okay, there you go. I'm letting you go. There you go. Ooh, that's the highest temperature I've ever seen a wet tire go.
Lap 2:04.96.
Justin Slim Friesen says, my point is I didn't want an off-brand pedal set, so I didn't need their software running along with the wheelbase. This way, Pythus is all I need to be running.
True that. Then again, if I was only running the pedals, I wouldn't need to run any other software either. Unless you want to make changes on the fly to your profiles. So when I calibrate my pedals and stuff, I open up the software, do the thing. I save it to the pedal, and then I don't need the background software anymore. But yeah, if I want to make changes to the profiles, then I gotta open it up, change it, save it, close it out. That's another thing that I have not tried. I'm just saying here, just listen.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Pithouse and Simpson both need to be running, or nothing would work.
No. I don't need to have Simpson running for the pedals to work. It's saved to the pedals and it gets detected as a USB device, and I don't have to think about it or do anything about it. It just works. When you go to map it to the thing there, you just push on your throttle and it gets detected. And throttle is to the pedal and brakes is to the other one, and that's the end of that. Like, I don't even think that you need to run Mo's in the background, do you? For the wheel to work? Like, I always have it running because for whatever reason.
Justin Slim Friesen says, you may be right.
But I do like the opportunity to do the soft reset. I've had to do it a couple of times already because I go to the bathroom, I come back, and then the wheel's not doing anything.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I always assumed it was open in the background.
So if it wasn't for the soft reset, I would not need to run Moza in the background, I think. But one thing that I was scratching my head here, talking about it, is that I unhooked the pedals from my wheelbase on the Moza. Since I have other pedals, I put the old pedal set in a drawer somewheres and it's gone. I'm wondering if I should not plug it in just for maybe it's causing an issue with the Moza wheelbase stuff. Like maybe if I plug in the pedals I won't be wobbling anymore, you know? Maybe Moza gets confused if not everything's hooked up. Although that's going to be a pain, having pedals hooked up and putting them behind a desk somewhere. And maybe I can print myself a 3D arm and use it as a handbrake. And use the throttle as a sequential shifter.
Friesen says, I doubt it. But who knows?
Yeah, I doubt it too, but who knows? Like, obviously all the other Moza users that are complaining probably have their pedals hooked in and are still having issues.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I can't imagine that do anything.
I'm just wondering here, because, you know, you say that, but I would have probably said the same thing. What is the audio effect thing gonna change? Well, apparently it changes something, because the computer doesn't have to do as much, I guess.
Justin Slim Friesen says, stranger things have been true.
Yep. Ooh, last lap of the race. Hopefully I don't get disconnected. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of DNFs, man. +7. I gained driver rank. Yeah, see, toughing it through pays out for me. But yeah, got into a couple of scrapes. And apparently this was high. Oh, and this was high. Oh, barriers are not high. Okay, so just hitting drivers is high. Okay. Ooh, my safety ranking went down 2 bars. I don't care. I really don't care for my safety ranking. But I'm happy that I probably gained what I lost yesterday from that crazy race. Okay, well, couple of things. Let's try to bring this down again some more. What does the spotter detail do here? Because usually I will run crew chief, right? Which probably will lag my system even more. But what does the in-game spotter do? I never heard him do anything. And what is HRTF selection? What does this do?
Justin Slim Friesen says. How much he speaks.
Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I could just turn all of that off. If I want a spotter, I'll just start crew chief.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Calls out laptomies every lap, I think.
We're updating Microsoft 365 Copilot. It should be ready to use again shortly. Well, maybe that was also causing issues because this is
Justin
popping
Slim
up on
Friesen
my
says.
stream computer.
That's about it, I think.
Okay, well, brought this down again and stuff, so maybe all of this will help. I don't know what haptics does here. Like, I have haptics, but I don't know what this is. But apparently my streaming computer wants to update Copilot, so I'll do that and have supper, and I'll be back later on this evening. So, a big thank you, Justin. Every little thing helps, apparently. So, we're on the right track. LMU needs to fix all of this thing, because we shouldn't be needing to go through all of these things to make the game better.
All right. Later.
Laters. Yeah, stupid Copilot thing.
Justin Slim Friesen says. We'll see if Carl's server works tonight. LOL.
Oh yeah, he is supposed to put some servers up. Right. We'll see. But he never puts in tire warmers, so what's the use?